Hello, in this video we are going to be dividing and repotting my Sarracenia plant. So, just as a recap, long story short, there were a few pests, aphids, on my Sarracenia because my dad got cilantro and put it on the windowsill next to my Sarracenia. And so a few aphids got there. So, for the past couple of months I've been trying to treat it with the insecticide, and I think they're actually starting to get immune to it. So I flooded the plant after I moved it outside. And today I stopped the flooding and divide and repot the plant because it's overcrowded anyways. So I already did these two pots, but I still will show you the process for this pot and for this big one that the main plant or plants are going to go in. So let's get started. Okay, so first I'm going to get the amount of substrate that I need. So right now it's obviously dry, it's fluffy, there's a lot of air. So I'm going to try to get a little more. And actually, while I was filling the smaller pots, after I ended up wetting it, there actually wasn't enough substrate, so I had to wet a little more to add to the second pot. And I see, when I was measuring it out yesterday, there was barely enough to fill all the pots that I was going to use, so I am going to be using more substrate, but right now I'm just filling this one with the dry substrate, putting it into this bowl, and then wetting it. So I'll show you that. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is filling up, moistening the substrate, and I'm not going to add all the water at once, because then it just collects at a puddle at the bottom, and it just takes more time, but I'm going to be loosening it up, and oh, good news, I finally have gloves. But first thing I'm going to do is moisten the substrate. This may take a while because peat is actually hydrophobic when it's dry, so this will take like a minute or two. I'm gonna pour a little more water in because I don't think I did enough. Put my second glove on and then start moistening the rest. And then once it's sufficiently moist, then you can start packing it into your pot. And I say pack, but really you're filling it and making sure there's no air gaps. You don't want it to be really tight and compact, because that suffocates the roots. Okay, I think that's good enough. Sorry for the cough. I've had it for a few weeks, but first what I'm going to do is, on the bottom of the pot, I'm going to fill it, and I'm going to press it down. So this is the only part that should be compact. And then next, I'm just going to fill it in, and then pressing it down, not as hard, but just to fill the air gaps. So if you can tell right now, it doesn't look like I have enough substrate to do this. And I said before, the peat takes up more space when it's dry because there's more air in between, but when it's wet, it sticks together and it's more dense. So I'm going to take the rest of it, put it here. Take this smaller pot, add a little more substrate, Then add whatever water I have left, which doesn't seem to be a lot. And then once it's moist enough, you add the rest in. And then I'll show you how to do the bigger one. It's basically the same, but I'm gonna show it twice. A, so my video is longer. And B, so you have more than one pot to base your to base off. Okay, that looks like enough. Like it's enough. So I'm gonna put that off to the side for now, and very quickly I'm gonna go prepare some more substrate. So when you're preparing the mix, you want it to be a mix of 50-50 peat to perlite. This allows enough water retention and also enough drainage for the plants. And this applies to a lot of carnivorous plants. Nepenthes are a little different, but we're not doing Nepenthes. I don't own Nepenthes, so we're not going to talk about Nepenthes. But most things, sundews, Venus flytrap, Venus flytrap, North American pitcher plant. This is a good mix ratio for them. And actually fixed my previous ratio because I said I was using a substrate from Amazon, but that didn't have enough perlite, so I added more. I also got another substrate, this, so that should be good. Okay, now I'll take the peat. If you want to make, measure out a ratio of 50-50, it's just like, say 1 pot of peat to 1 pot of perlite, or 1 pot of, 1 to 1. Oh god. Sorry. So I added 2 pots of perlite, so now I'll add 2 pots of peat. This one. And that's one. Because everything in this bag is dry and my gloves are wet, I'm just gonna mix this without the gloves. But same thing, just tossing it around, making sure the perlite's evenly distributed among the peat. Also, another thing I don't like about the previous substrate, it keeps on forming the so these clumps of dry peat that have to like break up. It's like these balls of peat, like this. It's like maybe I didn't moisten enough when it was a brick, but okay, now that's done, I can get to filling the other pots. Okay, now that I'm ready, I fill this with the dry substrate and then moisten it in the bowl. So it's the same thing as last time. Let's fill the pot. I'll actually take the gloves off. I don't need them yet. But filling the hands are wet. Filling the pot with the substrate, putting it into the bowl, and then moistening it. I actually use a smaller one to make it easier. This is a scenario where I've messed up. So what I'm gonna do is take some of this. It's all falling out the sides. Put it back into the pot. Maybe get a bigger bowl. Mix what's already in the bowl, and then mix the rest of the dry substrate. Okay, I've got a second bowl, and I didn't show you wetting the substrate because it's pretty straightforward and I don't want to waste more time. But now I'm gonna put it into the pot the same way I did before, filling the bottom and compacting it down. Filling the rest. It's getting late, the sun's setting, so I might have to keep the pots aside and then repot the plant tomorrow. Some of you said it's fine to leave it soaking for 48 hours, so I don't think additional 12 hours, 14 hours is gonna do that much. A little later, but just filling the pots now, and I hope I have time to divide the plant, but it might take a while. Now I'm gonna go to the second bowl, fill it the same way. I'm gonna be really annoyed if there's not enough substrate. I don't think there is. Okay, I just have to moisten more. And if it's too dry, then it rains tomorrow. So the rain can water the plants. And I don't want to do this tomorrow because it's gonna rain. I don't want to do this in the rain. But at least I can get this done today. Jeez, this is a lot messier than I thought it would be. Well, voice crack. Just gonna fill the rest of the pots and then get the Sarracenia ready. Okay, so now that the pot is filled, sorry, I'm actually gonna wait until tomorrow morning because it's getting dark, it's getting late. It's gonna take too long to try to divide up the plant. So right now I'm putting the pots off to the side, waiting until tomorrow morning, and coming back. See you tomorrow. Okay, it is the next day, and now that it's light out, and I can continue doing the repot, I have my plant here, and I'm gonna take it out first, put it into this bowl, and then use this pot to make an outline over here for the main plant, so I have space. So first thing I'm gonna do is gently ease the plant out. These are what the roots look like, healthy. And slowly take out the soil. gently. Now last time I didn't fully get to the center of the plant because the ball of dense sphagnum moss was too thick for me to get through, but I will be exposing the rhizome this time so I can properly divide the plants. Alright, I was finally able to remove a lot of the old sphagnum moss. There's obviously still some that is here, right? You can definitely see that. But I've removed a lot of it. The only issue is, look at the rhizome. It's so... look at the roots. They're so tangled together. All the growth points are coming out of these tiny little rhizomes, right? I was able to separate one plant. The root's gone. Like, you can see... I don't know if you can. Right there. But, like, it's gonna be so difficult to separate. I was using tweezers to get rid of some of the sphagnum. But I don't know what I'm gonna be able to do. I can try and separate it, but my hands are so cold. I moved indoors because it started to rain. So I can barely move my gloves, my hands. But it, like, can't be separated. But this is what I've been doing for the past hour or so. Removing some moss, sphagnum moss. Being careful, as careful as I can to avoid the roots of the plant. And some of the rhizomes seem like they can maybe come off, separate. I think I'll stop now. I don't want to keep on damaging the plant more than I already have. Came off. Okay, now it's time for everyone's favorite version of repotting, slip potting. So first I'm just gonna clear out some substrate so I can make room for the pot and don't compact the soil. So make a hole. Don't spill everywhere. Stick the pot in. Realize you need to make the hole deep enough. Make the hole deeper. Stick the pot back in. Just keep doing it until you can fit the old pot inside. Okay, I think that's good because the roots can bend. Take your plant. Then you lift all the pitchers, put it into the pot, the roots, not the pitchers. Put the roots into the pot. And then fill in the surrounding soil. An important step is to make sure you spill it everywhere, so that way it's harder to clean up. But that needs to happen. Like always, you don't want to bury it too deep. I think that's good. And then you take the water and pour around the roots to make sure that the soil can settle. This applies to all repots. So you top water after you're done to secure the plant. Make sure there's no air gaps around the roots. And this is what you should be left with. So take this outside. Then I'm left with these smaller plants that I accidentally tore off. They shouldn't really harm the main ones. It's just single leaf. But what I'll do, what I'll do is I will make a hole and put the plants inside. Take the rest of your plant, I took the glove off, it was too difficult to try to maneuver. Okay. Especially with cold hands. Now obviously these don't have a very high chance of surviving, especially not this one. But you can still try. then I'll do the same thing of giving you water, watching them all topple over, fumbling to fix them, and then, that's it. So that's it for the video. It's pretty chaotic, I know. I tried, but it's like... see you on the next one, bye.